Stanley.
Sashi Buki Jukshin Metotram Rira Vikshin Inde Yempadi Sangye Shingdu Nikte Uargi Jokun Namdak Shingla Juparsho Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayami Sangye Chidam Soki Chognam La Jangju Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi Dagi Shunyen Gibe Sunam Ki Jola Venchir Sangye Juparsho Sangye Chidam Zoki Chognam La Jangchu Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Gibe Sunam Ki Jola Venchir Sangye Juparsho Sangye Chidam Soki Chognam La Janshu Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi Dagi Shunyen Gibe Sunam Ki Jola Venchir Sangye Juparsho.
Alright, good. Chonin Lama's Abhdharma, which I think is the best commentary ever. I translated a different one by the first Dalai Lama, but if I could do it over again, this would be the one. I think it's the best one. So we are actually still talking about the title. Okay, Abhdharma Kosha. And we're trying to decide what is Abhdharma. Okay. So you want to try to read first line? Let's do this one again.
Kachi chun npa ina shipa yinpe kazena kya serna. So
Z just means low tone S. Serna. It's not a Z. It's not a Z. If something is Abhdharma, then it must be mental, something, mind. It must be awareness. Okay. The only kind of Abhdharma is awareness. Okay. Then our counter example is Papa Gyuki Sameki Dhamma. Okay. Papa means
higher or Arya.
Okay. Person who saw emptiness directly. Okay. Gyu. This means their mind stream. In Sanskrit?
Santana.
Okay. Sameki Dhamma. Sagme means
pure.
Yeah, unstained. Okay. And Sagme is a big subject in Abhdharma. Unstained. Sakpa, stain, is a big subject in Abhdharma. So you can say there's three reasons why people might restrain themselves morally. First is so-so-tarpe Dhamma.
For the benefit of other beings.
Pratimoksha vows, right? Then there's Samtenki Dhamma.
Samten is kind of meditation, concentration.
Yeah, so what's that mean?
Oh, while you're meditating.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're meditating.
You are moral because you're sitting on your meditation cushion. Yeah. You don't have time to lie to somebody. Okay. It's called automatic morality. Okay, it's called meditation morality. Now this is a higher one called Sakmeki Dhamma.
The pure kind of morality.
Meaning he saw emptiness directly.
Oh, right.
So he automatically has some kind of self-control that is even higher than the concentration. Okay. Now, what can we already say about this, since it's a counterexample? It must be Abhdharma, good. And it's not
mental.
Good. I'll kiss you too, but I'm not supposed to. Okay, it is Abhdharma. It qualifies as Abhdharma, but it's not It's not awareness. You see, I prefer to say awareness because it doesn't perceive. You see? Okay.
It's not knowing.
It's, by the way, in the chart, DCI level 7 chart, where is this Sagneki Dombar?
It's in things which are neither physical nor mental.
Yeah, right, probably. Yeah.
But in Abhidharma, it's physical.
Well, let's see what he says. I suspect it's Demanduchi.
Okay.
Okay. Their tell or their tell? I'll give you a clue. It's sarcastic.
It's the tell?
Right.
Oh, the tell.
Sarcastic goes down.
We gotta read.
Their tell.
The tell.
Remember this.
Are you telling me that's awareness? It's aware? It knows things? Are you telling me it knows things? Then he says, teacher, why you say that? We say teacher because it's
Abhidharma.
It's Abhidharma.
Yeah.
It's Abhidharma. You telling me it knows things? Well, no. Why are you asking me this? It's Abhidharma. Okay, got it? Then he says, Tamadru. Here.
It's not Abhidharma.
It's not Abhidharma. I disagree it's Abhidharma. Then we say, non-sarcastic,
It is. It is.
Data.
It must be Abhidharma.
Yeah, it is Abhidharma.
Because
Why? Sagneki Pumbo Ngapo Kano
among the 5 unstained heaps.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's now Karung. I told you there's a special way to translate it.
Because whatever is one of the.
It looks like that, and if you use a dictionary, you're in trouble here. Because Karung with a list can mean anyone or ones
Anyone or
ones. Okay, just be aware.
More of
The technically correct translation of Karung is anyone or ones. Anyone or more of the
five pure heaps.
unstained
Unstained.
5 heaps. Unstained 5 heaps. Now that's an Abhidharma idea, we'll get to it. Unfortunately, when you have a debate text about Abhidharma, they're using the whole book before you get to the book. No, and I spent 12 years on the first dialogue Abhidharma. And I was like, Rinpoche, why is he talking about stuff that comes in the last chapter and the first chapter? In the arguments. He said, well, that's just the way it is.
He's got a good point.
God planned it that way.
Then he said here, Dharmadrup. He said Dharmadrup here. What's it mean? I disagree that.
It's the Abhidharma.
No?
That it's one or more of the pure heaps.
Oh, the next one.
Yeah, I disagree that this stainless vow of Arya is one or more of the 5 stainless heaps. Okay? Then we say, of course it is. He goes up or down?
Up.
Good. Downtown? Of course it is. He's like, up? Question mark? Chichendi Imeche. Because it's what we just picked as an example. Now technically that's not a great reason.
Not really.
It's actually technically an illegal reason if he had used the same wording. But that's another story. Durna means I agree back there when you said Dertal, it must be mind, right? It must be knowing. And he said, no, it's not. Now he says, okay, I agree. You know, it's knowing what? That vow. That self-control, you can call it. It's probably better to call it self-control. That self-control is knowing. It's a kind of knowing. It knows things. Mitavata? No, it's not. Supung nature.
Heap of form.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. Why?
Because it's.
It's a
Wow.
Yeah, because why would the form.
Somebody tell me why self-control should be physical in the Abhidharma school.
Oh, because there's a physical aura.
No, I mean, that's okay. Could be that, but...
Well, when you take a
Because you physically restrain yourself from doing things.
In Vinaya in general, the emphasis is on
Body and
the first 7 bad deeds.
verbal.
Physical and verbal. And those are both
Physical.
among the 5 heaps?
Suk.
Yeah. Got it?
Form heap. Yeah.
Okay. So self-control of your body, self-control of what you say and what you do is a physical thing. Okay? It relates to physical things. So what we just learned is that in Abhdharma school, the unstained self-control of an Arya is considered part of their physical body. Okay? Of the 5 heaps, it's the physical one. Okay? And it's
Not aware.
Abhidharma.
Right.
It's Abhidharma. It qualifies as Abhidharma. Okay? Got it? So what we learn from this argument is that Abhidharma doesn't have to be a state of mind. It can also be something about not saying bad things and not doing bad things. That's also Abhidharma. Okay? We learned that. That's what we learned from this argument. That qualifies as Abhidharma. Okay?
Okay.
Well then, he gives a pretty good argument. Kachit sume kama
The
formless realm.
in the formless realm.
Oh, not in it.
Samekidoma me.
Oh, there is no.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
So
are
according to
you
you,
can have these stainless
There can't be
vows
any unstained
morality.
Vows.
there.
vow
That's cute.
in the formless realm. If it's part of his physical body, then nobody in the formless realm has this kind of self-control. Reishik demitavata. Reishik is a difficult expression. Reishik means provisionally, for the time being. Okay? I mean, it means, we could argue about it. So Reishik means, for now, yeah, good. For now we can say, mite. Mite.
It's not different.
Incorrect. That's incorrect.
For now.
Okay. It's like, we can pretty much say that's not correct. It's not conclusive. Reshik is kind of fudging. He's fudging a little bit. Reshik. We can say that's not correct. It means I don't want to argue. I'm not 100%, Reshik is like, you gonna give me the money today or not? Reshik, Okay. But it's a very difficult word. In different places it means different things. So Reshik mite bata. We can say not ne shiba.
For
Abodes.
In Abhidharma Kosha, chapters are called sthana.
all right.
Kosha sthana. Places.
Stop.
So
From the 4th chapter.
4th chapter, yeah.
What
So
chapter says?
in the Abhidharma Kosha, chapters are called ne, sthana, place. But you can just say 4th chapter.
Okay.
And each of the great classics has a different name for chapter. Like in Wisdom, it's Rabjay, division. Okay. Then he starts in the middle of the line, so I indented it. He starts halfway through the line. Sagme ni samden kepa dushime senja mato sume nang she kepa chene shepe echer. The 4th chapter, kepa che means makes a distinction. Makes a distinction. The 4th chapter gives its explanation by making this distinction, and he quotes 2.5 lines in the Tibetan, which is 1 1/4 lines in the Sanskrit. Okay. He quotes this quote. Let's do the pieces of the quote, and then let's go look at the quote. Okay. What's the subject of the 4th chapter of the Abhidharma?
Karma.
Karma. It's a chapter on karma. Okay. Yeah, Lele Jitana. Okay. Sagme means unstained.
Unstained means.
Samten means concentration. Kepa means special somehow. Dushime,
Without discrimination?
yeah, it's a kind of meditation.
Oh, right.
The 8th part of the lion's dance is Dushin Me, Dushin Me. The seventh is Dushin Me. Okay. Don't think about anything.
So we're saying the Samten level Dushin Mei.
Senjen Mato, except for beings, okay. Sugme Naang, even in the formless. Even in the formless. It's all gibberish. It's all code. Abhidharma Kosha is code. You can't understand what the heck he's talking about. You have to go get a piece of it. Okay. So I went and got it for you. I don't remember where I got this from. Oh, no. He quotes the Rangda. I'm sorry. Let's go to there.
Okay.
Auto commentary.
Yeah, auto commentary. Commentary by
Master
Mr. Vasubandhu. Okay. Okay. Now I've had people ask me who wrote the auto commentary. Okay. Rangdele from the auto commentary. Sapa mebe domba ni, shepa ne, sume becomes a kepa namlang. Namlang yang yedo shisabe. The auto commentary says the stainless vow, okay, sameki doma, dot, shepa ne means dot. He cut out the middle of it. Okay, from that part up to this part. Okay, so it's just dot. Ellipsis?
Yeah.
Ellipse.
Any shepa
Ellipsis.
Su maybe comes to kepa nam layang yedo. There are also people in the formless realm. Okay, there are also people in the formless realm. Or kepa can mean born in the formless realm. We don't know yet. Okay. So he quotes the root text and then he quotes the auto commentary to prove what?
That
To disprove what?
formless beings, in fact,
Yeah.
they're part of
Do what?
Yeah, they do have this kind of morality.
Unstained
Unstained
self-control.
morality.
They have it. Because the root text does and the auto commentary does.
Doesn't really solve our problem.
I went and got you the auto commentary, okay? The whole thing, because he put a dot. Okay.
We're kind of attacking the assertion, not the reason, right?
Say again?
Like, we're attacking the assertion, not the reason. Like, he's making a connection between the fact that there shouldn't be form there, but we're just restating, no, it's true, even though we can't solve that problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Scripture says it's true that you
Oh,
can have
yeah,
this.
we're using scripture. That's okay.
Right, but we didn't solve the problem that supposedly it's form and it's happening in the formless realm.
We're getting... Let's see what he says.
Yeah.
Let's see what they say. Is there no form in the formless realm?
There's a form, it's subtle.
Okay.
Is that a
Dude,
bond between skulls?
What this says is Dudan Sukya Hanama, the Devas,
Yeah.
okay? I like to call them the Marvel comic guys.
Uh-huh.
Like Wonder Woman, and they look just like form realm people. That's what form realm people look like, and probably it's in people's minds when they make those movies. You know.
What about the Hulk?
Not him, though.
Like a hell guard.
Okay, so even devas in the desire realm and the form realm, they have samten kya, that which has been born from concentration. What do you think he's talking about?
That there are concentrations that
Don't
create the karma to be born in those realms as well? To be
No,
born
he said which have come from concentration.
Right.
They have the
What has come from concentration?
Don't bother.
the karma.
Yeah, he clarifies it in the next line. The self-restraint,
Uh,
the self-control,
Uh,
which is born from concentration. He doesn't say, he just says born from concentration. So what we already learned is that
That in the form
Good.
realm,
in the
there's
form realm and in the
desire realm.
desire realm, people do have,
that kind
they
of.
do meditate, and because of their meditation, they don't actively engage in lying, killing, stealing.
While they're meditating.
Okay, understand. Samtengi domini döbana suki kamsu kiepe, misspelled, lanamla. So, devas in the desire realm and the form realm do have the self-control that comes from meditation.
Mhm.
But, Kongna means middle. Kongna means above.
Oh, but not those above.
Good.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
The formless.
The formless.
Yeah, but so apparently, formless realm people
They don't.
can't have the self-control that comes from meditation.
Yeah.
But he hasn't talked about this unstained vow yet. Self-control. This is a different self-control. This is self-control that comes from meditation.
All right.
During?
So what we learned so far is, well, during or afterwards.
Okay.
What we learned so far is that in the formless realm, those devas, do not have the self-control that comes from concentration. And you should probably clarify it and call it, because what we call in the lion's dance form realm meditation or formless realm meditation is not happening in the formless realm.
Right.
It's a cause of the formless realm. Got it?
Cosmic.
Always remember that. But they're given a misnomer. They're given a wrong name. Formless realm meditation. They're not. They're leading to the formless realm. If you do that meditation, because you have a domba. That's another story. Okay. Now, Sagmeni.
Now, as for the pure.
Good,
as
nice.
for the
Sagmeki domba.
the
As for the,
unstained morality, unstained kind of
Unstained.
morality.
yeah, unstained
Vows of morality.
self-control. Okay. Domba means to restrain oneself, right? Domba can mean a knot. Dom. Okay. Something. Then he quotes the Abhidharma Kosha. Who quotes?
Master Baba.
Yeah, he quotes his own book. Samden ke badushe me senjen mado sumenang. And that's the same quotation we just had here. Okay, except for this half a line in front of it. Okay, so he's quoting his own book. Well, actually, he does have the half a line. Sagmeni. So he's quoting the same piece that our guy quoted. Who's our guy? Tony Lama. He's quoting the same piece.
Okay.
Now he explains that piece, which is what we were hoping.
Yeah.
I hope he does. Sapa mepe domani. So if you're translating this, you do something like this. Sorry. See what I mean?
So you underline it.
Or you would
Yeah.
italicize it.
Oh, yeah.
So mainly, see, he's weaving his own text into his commentary. It's called weaving, right? So as far as the unstained self-control, Dirpe comes to Kipa Namla Yang Yola, people who are born into the
Desire realm.
desire realm, yeah,
Have
they have it. Okay, la. But I'm sorry, and I'm gonna skip to the end. Okay, because you'll thank me later.
Thank you now.
So may come
those in the form realm.
in the formless realm.
Super
Yang
realms.
Yun,
They also have it.
they also have it. Okay, so we already proved it.
Right.
We already proved it. Now to translate it responsibly, we better keep doing our underlining. You see, something keeper. Whoa! Don't get sick yet. Something keeper. Dushime. Okay.
Samchamato.
Senjimato. Mato.
Supinam.
Sugme.
Sume.
Namla? No.
It's Nam Yang. Okay. I'm sorry.
It's not on.
It's La Yang. It's Na and Yang.
Oh.
Okay.
See,
Sorry.
that's up to you.
Okay. Now, when you're making verse in Buddhism, bap ba da ba bap bap bap, bat da ba bap bap bap, bat da ba ba da bap bap bap. if he used the Layang, it would be buck, the buck, the buck, 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 buck. You see what I mean? So here he made it one meter. Nang. He made a diphthong. It's called diphthong. 2 vowel sounds in one syllable. Nang. So it counts as 1 meter. So you got Samden Kepa, Dushin Me, Senchen Mato, Sumen, Nang. He cheated. Nang.
Does it change the meaning?
Yeah, it's a different meaning.
La-
No,
la-
it's La Yang, but it's just smushed together.
Oh, okay.
It's like, don't tell me that. Don't.
Oh, don't.
Yeah, it's like that.
Okay.
If you don't want to say do not,
Yeah.
do not tell me that. Don't tell me that. Okay, it's an abbreviation. It's a
Abbreviation? Contraction.
Contraction.
Why not?
Na and la are interchangeable.
Oh.
Okay.
Sadly.
He could have said me lang. Okay. Okay. Anyway, here it is. Now you can parse this properly. Okay. As far as the
Unstained.
yeah, this
Self-control.
unstained means unstained self-control. Okay. You need to know that to translate this responsibly. You're supposed to translate this 2.5 lines. Okay. So instead of saying unstained, you're going to have to say the unstained one. Okay. As for the unstained one, it means he's covering the 3 kinds of dombas.
The 3 kinds of restraining
Prati
yourself.
moksha,
Yeah.
meditation,
See,
and
it's
because you
unstained.
saw emptiness.
Yeah.
Okay. So as far as the unstained one, sameki domini, Dupi comes to kepa nam layang yo. Yeah, people in the desire realm have it.
Yeah.
And people in the formless realm have it. Also have it. Now the exceptions, matok. Who doesn't have it? Okay. Who's the matoks means. Now who doesn't have it? Who's the exceptions? Samten, Kepachen, and Dushimepe senchens. Those who are in the special concentrations, and those who are in the
Meditation of non-discrimination.
non-discrimination.
Oh.
Okay. Is that part of the form realm? Formless realm, or is it part of the form realm?
Formless. Touche maybe. Well, it's the meditation that leads to the formless realm.
What is something?
It's a concentration
Something
level.
double nipa
It's a
smush.
level.
Yeah, those are wet realm.
Well, there are 4 in the
Four.
In
form
the
realm.
lion's dance, which are they?
The first 4?
4
Yeah, the first
yeah.
4. And those create a birth in the form realm.
Okay.
Okay, so this something is easy. Alright. That's all the form realm. He's covering all the form realm. Okay. And he's covering the Dushe Mace.
The 2 last realms of the formless
Which is technically the 7th of the lion dance levels. Chiang Mei.
realm.
No discrimination. No mental processes. Okay. Turn off the mind. Okay. So he seems to be taking out some of the formless realm people. Okay. So cut out. He seems to be cutting out the form realm people and some of the formless realm people, but the rest of the formless realm people have it. Have what?
The
This unstained self-control.
unstained morality.
Yeah. Now why?
Self-control.
You know why? We'd have to go to the that chapter. Okay. We'd have to go find that chapter.
Is he talking about the meditation itself or the meditator who's
Person. Yeah.
the person who's in the
Yeah.
formless self?
Yeah.
Oh,
They don't have this self-control.
okay.
Dedaki ni dembe gona yuki munsim to give a lady mayana. Okay, here's another Abhdharma thing. They possess it through having it, but not manifesting it. That's another Abhdharma thing. They have it in their mind stream, but you can't see it. It never shows itself.
Oh.
Okay? It never becomes manifest. Okay? And that's an Abhidharma distinction. You know, like I have jealousy, but I'm the teacher. I'm trying not to show it. Okay? You can say Demba, but not Ngunsum. Okay, I have it. I have jealousy, but I try really hard not to show it in front of my students.
And then by implication, even that type of having Dhamma is still considered soup. Even
Now that's a good question. If it's that Dhamma, does it have to be material, physical? If it's that kind of self-restraint, does it have to be physical?
Well, they didn't specify that. They just specified.
Is it possible that you have it, but you don't manifest it, so it's not physical?
I don't know how he would categorize it.
As a potential?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a
I don't.
potential, it's not physical.
I mean, we can imagine.
I'm betting that's where they're going. I'm betting that's where they're going. People in the formless realm have this restraint, but only as a potential.
Oh, okay.
They don't have it as a manifest quality, because they can't, because there's no physical form there. How's that? Okay.
Well, it's not great because we were using the fact that it's soup to prove that it's not Shiva.
Yeah, it's okay.
Aware. Yeah.
It's not.
But if
It's
it's
just
now, if we're saying it's
not
not soup,
manifest,
then we
so-
can't
Yeah.
use that to prove that it's not an awareness.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
we just have to come up
But
with
that's the
reason.
second one.
Okay.
Maybe it's a different. Okay, so good luck on this verse. Now I'll tell you something. I don't know offhand which chapter this is, but I have translated the whole book, and I gave them numbers. I gave them verse numbers. So I'll give you that English translation.
I have that.
Yeah, and then you go look for this kind of wording, and you will find it, and it will have a verse number in it, and you can use that verse number here. Okay. When you translate this from the 4th chapter, it'll have a verse number. It'll say 4.12 or something. Okay. My translation already has the number, so you can give it a number, a verse number in the 4th chapter. You can say chapter 4, verse 10, something like that. By the way, I gave them line numbers. I didn't give them verse numbers because I think verse numbers are irrelevant. Because sometimes it's 6 lines, sometimes it's 12 lines, sometimes it's 2 lines. But I do line number. Okay, now this is a great example of why we're not going to translate this book into Russian next week.
Right.
Why?
Because we're probably going to
This
feel
is going
very
to
differently
change.
about it later.
Yeah, by the time we get to the 4th chapter in 2043, you might want to not translate it this way. So, I mean, you might want to come back and change it. After you see how Choni Lama treats it. Because we're seeing how Vasubandhu treats it. But after you get to the 4th chapter yourself, and you see how Choni Lama treats it, you might want to come back and change this translation. And then she'll go crazy trying to change the Russian. You know, you'll send her an email, I changed the line 4. You know, and then she has to change the Russian again. So generally we're going to wait till the end of the books to do the secondary translations. But it still means you better pay really good attention now, because this is weird stuff. This is hard stuff. Okay. He's going to say something like non-physical potential vow of unstainedness. And you're going to be like, okay, all right, okay. Yeah, so I just filled in the ... for you, and now you have a footnote. You can use this in your footnote. This is the auto commentary. Okay, all right. We're on to another guy. By the way, the whole argument here is we didn't even get to the book yet. We're just talking about the word Abhdharma. What is Abhdharma? And it's a hard question. Many people don't understand it. What is Abhdharma? By the way, you should know about Abhdharma. I mean, according to your book, it was a aberration. It was a... she's looking at the aberration. It was a boo-boo. It was a downtime in Buddhist history. This school took over until Nagarjuna. It took over for 700 years. And that's why Sri Lanka, Burma, Thailand, they got this teaching. And it's brilliant. And it's necessary. You have to know it. But it's not what we believe. And it's considered a time when Buddhism was in degeneration. Because there's no compassion teachings and there's no correct emptiness teachings. It's just kind of technical stuff. But it's very, very valuable. You cannot understand the higher schools if you don't understand Abhidharma. You know, Rinpoche made me study it for 12 years. Before we went in. You see what I mean? So, it's good stuff. It's the foundation of all Buddhism. It's all the sutras explained.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the sutras organized. All the content of the Kangyur is organized in the Abhidharma. But then you have to take it to a higher school. Okay. All right. Kachik. Samed Domayana Sutra. You do. I love to criticize you.
Kachi. Samen.
Sag. Loton. Sag.
Samen. Ni.
Ki.
Ki. Domba ina.
Good. Loton. Su.
Suken.
Suchen.
Suchen. Main. Be.
Kabar.
Kapatel.
Good. Yeah, he's complaining. Yes, it is.
Sumed. Kan. Nade.
Na de
Yobeche.
yubeche. Somebody tell me what he said. It's similar to what you were saying.
The unstained restraint.
Yeah, if something is unstained, restrained,
Yeah.
it must
Not be formed.
not be physical.
Yeah. Because so
Why?
in the formless realm.
As form realmers have it.
Yeah.
No,
Formless
because
realm.
formless
Formless
realm.
realmers have it.
Formless realm.
Okay, now say the whole thing.
Okay, so
Don't worry too much about the words. Give me the meaning.
suppose someone comes along and says that unstained, the karma, the restraint of unstained.
Good. Unstained
Um,
restraint.
Yes. That those who have form, those
It must not be
it must not
Be
be
form.
physical.
physical because formless realm people have it.
Yeah, you just proved that people in the forest don't have it.
Yeah.
So it can't be physical like you started out saying. You started out saying it was physical. Supu yimbeche. It's the first skanda. You said it was physical. Then you said people in the forest don't have it. Sorry, you know, that's what he said. You know, you just proved it's in the formless realm, so it can't be form. But first you said it was form.
Yeah.
What's going on?
On the working of Chen as in Suk Chen, like it can,
Yeah, formless. O-U-S.
Okay.
don't worry about it.
Okay, I mean it means like has, but it can mean physical.
Yeah, physical. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
good.
so it doesn't
Yeah, don't
necessarily
stress
mean
about
has
Chen.
form.
No.
It can mean it. Okay. Chen
Just
has wider
exhibits,
meaning than that.
Exhibits form.
Okay.
In Sukchen, it's a good point. It's difficult. Technically, it's not the same as Suk.
Right.
Good to know. Just
Okay.
have 3 minutes. Good to know.
What? We just started.
Yeah.
I'm very tempted to ask what would be the difference between Suk and Suk Chen. Should I leave that alone?
I would not translate it differently in
Okay.
this case. Well,
Or is there a difference? I mean, in the Abhidharma between?
I
Suk
would
and Suk
say
Chen?
if I wanted to hang on to the Chen, I would say it must not be something which exhibits form.
Whoa.
Okay, something like that.
Yeah, right.
If you want to catch it.
Cool.
Are
But it's
there
a good
things
point.
that are Suk but not Suk Chen, or Suk Chen but not Suk?
No.
Okay,
Yin
great.
kyap nyam.
Super.
Yin kyap nyam.
Yin, Kyap,
Nyam.
Nyam.
They're also
equal.
the same.
Yeah.
Equals extent.
Yeah.
Okay, equal
Yeah.
extent. Beautiful.
Okay.
Good news.
Well, let's see. Bad pal? Yeah, it does. It does. Sorry, I can hear myself out there. Waking you guys up. Yes, it can exist in the formless realm.
It
Okay.
can.
But he goes a different way. He doesn't say, because you said so. He doesn't say that. Okay, he's going a different way.
Yeah.
It does exist in the formless realm, because in the formless realm there are pakpas.
Aryas?
Yeah, good. There are aryas in the formless realm.
He said yes, it does exist in the form.
What are they doing there?
They're seeing
They're
it.
doing the lion's dance.
Rare. They're rare. They're very rare. That's not a realm that's good for spiritual practice, right?
He said,
Anyway, there are aryas in the formless realm. Therefore, the implication is that all aryas have this
self-control.
unstained
Unstained
self-control. All aryas, according to this guy, he seems to think if you're an arya, you must have this unstained self-control. Self-control that comes from having seen emptiness. There are certain bad deeds that an arya cannot do. But there's 83,997 that they can do. So don't expect an arya to be flawless.
But he's not arguing about whether it's there, he's arguing about whether it's su.
He says there must be,
Who said that?
there must be, it must not be true, yeah, it must not be true
Yeah, sukchamai.
that the stainless self-control is physical,
Right.
because it exists in a realm where there is no physical.
It
Okay.
is physical.
And then we say, why do you say that? He says, well there's aryas in the,
Oh,
in the
okay.
formless realm.
Okay, beautiful. Okay.
Now, some people say makya.
Not
What was
not
that?
true.
Yeah, good.
Doesn't
Just because there's
Aryas
Aryas
are
in
formless
the
in the
realm.
formless realm doesn't prove that
It's
That
It's
is the
not
stainless
physical.
it's
type
not
of
physical.
self-control.
Yeah.
That this self-control is not physical.
Oh, he's going to do what you said
Now,
he's going to do.
he just says, they say. Sarah means they say. It's critical. It's sarcastic.
Unnecessary.
Some people say, not necessarily. It means he doesn't agree with it.
Okay.
And the whole Abhidharma Kosha is loaded with Sarah.
Okay.
Why?
Because
Vasubandhu doesn't really believe it.
Yeah, good. Good. They say. In English, they say, they say. Are they really going to give you this salary? They say. Sometimes you can use the English word claim. They claim. And then it's definitely wrong. You see, they claim. They claim they're going to give that.
Actually, it's 9:46, so we have to go.
What's happening
You have a
next?
thing
by the way?
downstairs.
The orientation, 2 hours, 10 to 12.
Oh,
So
can
we
I
have-
sustain my motivation during that? By the way, they offered to not make you go, and I said you would love to go.
It's a true story.
Okay, wait, we got just one more line. Dr. Tao, Same Papi Senjin no. He says, by the way, here he says, I'm not going to disagree with your reason. Dr. Tao, the reason is correct. I agree with your reason. There are Tao going up.
Yeah.
Okay, I will agree with your reason. What was his reason?
There's areas in the formless now.
Yeah, and he quotes the Abhidharma Kosha. Same Pape Semjin no. Those Arya, unstained Aryas. I would feel more comfortable if it said Sukme Pape Semjin no. Right?
Yeah, there's areas of the form.
Let's go check. We'll do a vote.
It says Sakme, but it's probably Sukme.
We're gonna
Well, it would have made more sense.
Right.
Sakme.
formless. Sukme.
Sakme.
Sakme is unstained.
Well, just one more
Yeah,
minute.
yeah.
What's the whole line? Give me a whole line.
Crucial point.
Sagme.
Some may
Yeah.
Chen Nam.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to say Sukme.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm not saying it has to be, but it would be a lot more comfortable.
Sure.
It'd be a lot more. It'd be nicer. Let's go. Dee dee
What did you
dee
just say?
dee. In the Tengyur?
Okay.
Look, it's not even there.
Neither of them?
Should be at least in some of them.
Uh-oh. Okay, we'll go back to it later.
Maybe you need to do part of it.
Or Abhidharma Simul.
Maybe it says somebody else. Maybe it says some other author.
Oh.
Maybe it's somebody like Sankara.
Well, we should have hit it because
Yeah,
This
because
should
it
be-
No, we
should be
didn't
the
search
root
for
text.
it.
Or is
No,
it
I mean maybe.
There you go.
sock. This is.
That's our. No, that's
No, it's
okay.
not.
Apparently,
Jamia
Doji.
Shepi.
yeah. Apparently, the root text does say that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Sakme.
This is our book, so we can't use it. You can't see the hits, but it's 3. So
Okay.
one more. Yeah. Anyway. Fifth out of. Okay. This is correct. Okay.
Wow.
But we have to go study it.
Okay.
So we're gonna make a mark here.
She's coming for you.
We better go, yeah.
You can catch up on your sleep during the. No snoring.
Sashi
Puki Jushing Mektokram Viraling Shin Yinde Gembadi Sangye Shingdu Mikte Uwargi Jokun Namdak Shingla Juparsho Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamye Tayami
Kewa
Di Gewokun Sunam Yeshe Sotsoshin Sunam Yeshe Lejunwe Dampa Kunyi Dobar Sho.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Happy Dad.